Hi, this is a short little video. I thought I would tell you a bit about myself. My name is Steve Duncan, and I'm originally from Scotland, but I've been lucky enough to have lived and worked all over the world. I've lived in America, Canada, the Caribbean, Asia, Europe, so I've worked in fantastic places. I come from a really interesting family, actually. My family is full of entertainers. My father is a singer, performer. My brother followed in his father's footsteps, and my mother actually sings as well. I was kind of the black sheep of the family, and I kind of like to sit in the corner and draw, and that kind of put me in the journey to design and construction. My favorite part of being a designer is really working with a client from the beginning of a project all the way to the end and really seeing through the project from cradle to grave and really getting to what does the client really want out of this project and how can I help achieve that goal. Every client is different, and you as a designer you have to really carefully listen to the client to understand their needs, their wants, and not just design to what I like, but design something to what they would love. I would say elements of my design style are a mixture of a few different things. I love mid-century modern and the coziness that that brings to any space, but I also like modern minimalism. So I like to think when I design a space, I like to kind of sprinkle a bit of the coziness to make it residential, but also implement some minimal modern design. I think my design icon is Karim Rashid. He became really big in the 90s and he was an industrial designer. And what he did was he looked at ordinary objects like the trash can or the kettle, and he made them into something really, really innovative, cool, and unique. And some of these products became very, very popular all over the world, and it kind of gave him a name for himself. So I think that's why I really look up to him. I sometimes deal with challenging clients, and the way that you have to deal with them is, you have to become their friend. Ultimately, you're going to go on a journey with your client, quite a long journey sometimes, and it can be sometimes quite a difficult journey. And you want to develop trust from your client, and you wanted to develop a really good communication with them. So I think for me, the important thing of trying to uh, make better a difficult client relationship is to really connect with that client better, help communicate with them better, and really understand their needs and wants. My favorite style trend presently is, utilization of natural colors and natural textures to really bring the outside inside. I think that can really help, especially in residential spaces, make them feel homely, residential, and cozy. I love design shows. I am a big fan of the various design shows that are on TV. I think some of my favorites of the moment are Nate and Jeremiah, Nate Berkus, who became famous through the Oprah Winfrey Show. Uh, Obviously, I like Chip and Joanna from their TV show on HGTV. And I also like what the guys do on Queer Eye on Netflix. I think from a design point of view, I love what those guys bring into each of those guests' spaces and the way that they live, and also in the way that they dress and how they feel about themselves. I really appreciate what they do each and every episode. My number one tip for making a house a home is to find out with the client, what is the piece of furniture or the space in a room that they're going to utilize most. And then go out and find a really beautiful signature piece that they're going to perhaps sit on, and really build the room and build the space around that signature piece. And I think if you can find a signature piece that the client loves and that is going to become a foundation of that space, everything will fall into place and make it a home. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. I'm Steve Duncan. I hope you enjoyed this.